Look out, old son, you're about to watch these instructors go head to head. In Season 2, Episode 3, Tulsa Welding School's Top Welder is right around the corner.
Welcome back to Tulsa Welding School's Top Welder. Before I get into what we're gonna do for round 3, let me just let you know where we stand, what teams are placed where, and keep in mind that the 4th and final round will be weighted. So even if you're in last place right now, you can still jump ahead if you do well in the 3rd and the 4th rounds. So in 4th place right now as it stands, we've got Jacksonville, Florida in 4th. In 3rd place, Phoenix. In 2nd place, Tulsa, and in 1st place, we've got Houston. You got to make everything count, and what we're going to make count in this 3rd round is a fire pit. You've got 90 minutes, just like the first 2 rounds. Everybody ready? Ready, set, weld, old son. Let's get started. 90 minutes. Got Phoenix. They're in 3rd place. Like we said, it doesn't really matter at this point if the right people mess up and these guys take a win, because the 4th round is weighted. It would sure help them to do really good in the 3rd round though. You know how you're gonna make your fire pit? You thought about it? Full size. Bingo. You remember in episode 2, they had the little mini luggage rack. All the essentials you're gonna need for tailgating, we're making today. We've got the bench that we made in episode 1, the luggage rack in 2. Now we're making the fire pit. Right here we're looking at Tulsa. Again, they're going heavy square tubing. Look at these guys, wasting no time. They're moving, old son. Going 90. Woo! They gave you some rough edges, didn't they? You're gonna have to work around them. At least it's level. He's welding it to the table to get it all smooth so it stays in one place. Who needs a vice grip? Just weld it to the table. Something that if a student was doing, I personally would be a little bit worried, but these are instructors, Tulsa Welding School instructors. Have you counted yourselves out yet? No. Of course not. We're only halfway through. Never quit attitude. It's the 3rd quarter, and these 2 teams are down by a few touchdowns. They're sitting in 4th, 3rd, we've got Tulsa in 2nd, Houston in 1st. You can't get cocky about your lead. That's when all of a sudden you get comfortable, and these guys are gonna catch up to you. They got something to prove. How we feeling, Houston? So, are you about to cut this like you did that angle iron in round 2?
Yeah, both sides, yeah.
I've been thinking all day how neat it would have been for me to go to Tulsa Welding School. Had I not pursued bull riding, which I'm the greatest at, if I didn't have that, I don't know what I'd do, you know. But having a trade like welding, that would have meant a lot. Levi, what kind of money an hour do you think a student could make right out of Tulsa Welding School?
I make $46 an hour right out of
$46 an hour? 46 bucks an hour? That's a lot of guacamole. What's the most you've heard of somebody making right out of welding school?
20, 22 an hour probably?
On the lower end, $20 an hour. I'm thinking about taking up welding for when I retire from bull riding, if I ever retire from bull riding. Don't push it.
No, not 38. These are the long ones, you gotta make them 6 inches shorter.
This is our curve ball. They gotta incorporate this little metal football somewhere in their fire pit. Okay guys, here's your curve ball. You gotta incorporate that football. That's your curve ball. I didn't even have to explain to him what that was. He knew what it was. What do you think, Caity?
Well, I seen him before working on it and it was in like a V shape, so I'm wondering how that's gonna work out.
Jacksonville. Looks like they're gonna Be using a little bit of the cut and torch here.
He's making a Burger King hat.
Absolutely.
Cool.
King's crown. I've got a few of those at the house.
Kind of interesting, but there's a lot of grinding. That's going to be a lot of grinding.
Yeah. More heavy duty square tubing.
Yeah, they are just working that drop saw to death. I'm not sure how you're gonna, I'm not sure what, they're just gonna stack up a whole bunch of 3x3s. Kind of looks like they're making a Lincoln log cabin.
Which might work. Houston, they're in the lead.
Earlier, we're dealing with a pyramid again.
Yep, y'all building one?
Upside down pyramid.
What I like about Doug is he knows all the shortcuts. And it doesn't take him long. He knows exactly how he's going to do it before he does. He doesn't have to figure it out as he goes. If you remember in season 1, we used students, high school students, and they did a great job, especially compared to other kids their age. But they're still having to figure stuff out. These guys are instructors, and so they're able to skip ahead a few steps. They're getting more done in 90 minutes than a typical welder might. That's a big sheet of metal. What are we going for here?
A fire pit.
Oh, okay. Well, Dale, yeah. Whoa, this got a lot bigger all of a sudden. Great job, guys. This is gonna be a huge fire pit. So I think they're gonna go with like a V fire pit. I've never seen one like that, but I'm sure it'll work. Technically, a fire pit, all you gotta have is a pit, and then you start a fire in it. Which leads me to believe the creativity aspect of this, even though it's going to be judged the same, would have a little bigger impact. I think they're going for a flower here. What are they doing? It's looking good, looking good. Maybe I'll be wrong. Maybe they'll surprise me. Back to my favorite team, Houston. I don't know if I want to put the fire in here or put the fire underneath it and put the fajitas in here.
It'll do both.
Doug. Have you ever tailgated? I'm not knocking college. People need to go to college. We need people to go to college. I want my doctor to go to college. I want my lawyer to go to college. But these welders, they make a lot of money. You know what I'm saying, old son? Bear with me. Season 3, this is just an idea. We go to Radiator Ranch and we have these instructors build me an arena. I like it. That flower is really coming together for him. Ed, you want to walk with me?
Sure.
What do you think about Team Phoenix?
It's going to be interesting to see how this looks. I like their essentially a V design. I'm interested to see what kind of legs they come up with.
That's what I said.
It can show off their craftsmanship, or it could be very basic. It'll be interesting to see what they do in the time allotted.
What do you think about the little flower design they've got going in Jacksonville?
I don't know if that's the actual fire pit or if this is a stand, so I'll have to wait and see what the end result is.
So, Team Houston in the lead. Right now they're sitting first and going into this third round. And I'm personally crazy about their fire pit.
I really like the way they've scored the sheet metal and bent it into a fire bowl. Kind of like the Phoenix team, it'll be interesting to see the legs they put on it and how that expresses their team.
Knock it out, Houston. I'm just wondering who gets to take all this cool stuff home. This one's looking way better than I expected. No offense. I couldn't see it. You had the vision, not me.
What I did is I was starting to cap them off and I capped on the wrong ends. To keep me from doing that again, I'm here to help you.
Kids at home, I'm saying Dale, yeah. Well, Dale, yeah. Dale of a deal. You guys are good. We'll see how that one stands up. Having to do some cleanup over there on the flower, on the petals. They've got something planned though, in addition to just wood going down into the flower. I don't know what it is, but they got to throw a Hail Mary, you know, because they're sitting last right now. Walking around looks like everybody's on the same level. Everybody's about to the same point in their fire pit. We're halfway through round 3, 45 minutes in. It's going to be a nail biter to find out who wins, because they all have good ideas. You know what's crazy is each round, all of these teams are so unique in their design of their project. With the bench, with the luggage rack, and now the fire pit, they're all different, all of them. And that just goes to show that these instructors, they each have a creative mind of their own. But also, each project has had outstanding welds. Some of them have not had time to get to all their welds because they run out of time. But the welds that they do have, no question. The judges have had no question whether or not they were good welds. That right there, that's, if they win this round 3, like, Houston might take the cake, guys. I love Jacksonville's creativity on this flower design with fire coming out of a flower. That's just kind of unique and a little bit of an oxymoron.
What do you run your 6010 on?
Yeah.
75 amps.
Yeah, I run my 6010 on 75 amps. Yeah, of course. Yeah, with instructors from Tulsa Welding School. I can only bullhorn so much before they can read right through it. They've had this sheet of metal on their table for like the last umpteen minutes, and I think they're trying to hide their design. And now that I see the way it's coming through, it's pretty cool. See, that's why I need to stop picking winners so early. This is gonna be a really tough round. Y'all are pretty good with sticks too, aren't you? What you got working there?
It's gonna be a handle.
Handle.
But you gotta move the fire pit to make it hard to move.
Because it's a tailgate. That's right. Yeah. It's not gonna just sit in the backyard. How many layers up are you gonna go?
Just 3.
3?
Yeah, watch your eyes.
How am I gonna watch my own eyes? One thing to remember, they still have a 4th round left after the 3rd round. You can only use so many supplies for the entire day. You don't have unlimited for each round. So, whatever they've used up in rounds 1, 2, and 3 are no longer available for round number 4. And you gotta remember the 3 ways that they're getting judged. Number 1, creativity. Number 2, overall presentation. And then number 3, the technical skills that they use to put the project together, i.e. welding. You know, it's interesting when you think about needing a piece of equipment, like for instance a fire pit. Come to Tulsa Welding School, then you can leave and just build everything you need in under 90 minutes. I really got to watch and see how they put these on because I've been wondering since they started how it's going to work out. It's going to be tough. They set themselves up for that to be tough. I'm not even that good of a welder and I saw that to be a challenge, but they're instructors. So a lot of these things I knew were going to be challenging that they have knocked out, especially Houston. Again, this one right now is my pick for this round. They're like putting finishing touches on it already. You know what that is? That's the extra mile. They have gotten a lot of work done compared to rounds 1 and 2. Like it's crazy to me how much more they've gotten done. And I'm ready for the game to start. You know what I'm saying? Tailgate season. Let's get some fires in these pits. Have you ever said to yourself, I need a new fire pit, and 75 minutes later you have this work of art? That's why they're the instructors. It's almost like watching myself write a book. You know, it's that beautiful, almost. Tom, we got 15 minutes left. What do you think about their design so far?
I like it. I like it. It's definitely different than everybody else's, that's for sure. Wasn't quite sure at first how it was going to kind of lay out until they got the legs on it. I think everybody's a little bit more competitive this round. I think you're going to see some higher numbers on the judging for sure.
Yes, sir.
Which is good. That's what it's about. Each one gets better and better, you know.
Jacksonville is done. I was worried about these legs for them, but they pulled it together. Here we go, Team Tulsa. So were the handles last minute additions? We'll see how it turns out in this 3rd round. Looks like everybody's just about done. 45 seconds, Phoenix.
Feel better, we got 30 seconds left, so that's good.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's time to do some judging for round number 3. Phoenix, currently sitting in third, had an interesting design here for their fire pit. Why don't you guys tell us a little bit about it before the judges weigh in?
Sheet metal, obviously we know it's really, really malleable, all right? And it's very, very hard to keep the angles, to keep it flush, to keep it straight. We had to really, really work with the metal, work with the heat, and make sure we don't incorporate too much penetration on the metal, make sure we don't blow through the sheet metal, because that happens really, really quick.
You guys are getting the hang of what you can get done in 90 minutes a lot better, so that's good. It's an interesting design, I like it.
Us as judges, this third round, and most likely probably the fourth round, is going to be some pretty close judging. So I applaud you for that, for stepping it up and being competitive with the other teams that are here as well.
Definitely a creative design. I also like the fact that if you took this tailgating, it's going to catch all your ash. You're not going to be leaving ash in the parking lot or need a separate catch pan.
Team Phoenix came in, they did a great job in round number 3. Right now they're sitting third place. We're gonna keep judging these next projects and find out where they stand after this third round. Good job, guys. Team Jacksonville showed up in round number 3. Very interesting fire pit. They got super creative. Guys, tell us what you were thinking whenever you came up with it.
We wanted to cut the pipe in half and then push it out as if it were like an onion blossom. Got a handle so you can move it around. It's got a tray on the inside to catch the debris, let everything else fall through.
Small enough to fit in your car and take to the tailgate, you know.
We had to think outside the box, you know. We had to pull the punches we have left, and you know, it's Hail Mary.
Oh, I like that you got everything welded out on this one. Even though the handle might not have end caps, you rounded everything off nicely so it still looks like a finished product. With the tailgate theme, the grate has, you know, it's good and bad. It's gonna make your fire burn great, but you also need a catch pan for your ash wherever you're tailgating.
I think that you guys showed some really good teamwork while you were working on this one too, because you were heating and then you were cutting and then it was like, okay, jump over here and bend it down and everything. So that was cool. Seems like you're really coming together.
Great job on round 3. We'll see where it stands after we judge these next 2. Here we go, continuing round 3. Tulsa came in with a very unique fire pit. Guys, tell us what you had in mind when you built it.
Man, we were just trying to think out of the box, you know. We thought about doing it with plate, kind of like some of the other guys, but we figured everybody would probably do it like that. So we just tried to do something we didn't think everybody would do, you know.
One thing I noticed about yours is how much more elevated it was. Is that something you had designed when you started?
Yeah, we kind of wanted it up here. I mean, if you got a fire, it'd be a little bit nicer right here, roast your hands, you know.
This is going to last probably for all 7 of you kids probably to pass on to some grandkids or something. It's definitely built for the duration.
The capping the ends gives it more of a finished look, and you've got good looking welds on that top exposed surface. The grate's going to give you really good airflow. It's going to give you a nice fire.
Great job on the fire pit. Can't wait to see what you come up with on the next project. We'll see where it falls after we judge the last one. Continuing on with round number 3, we've got the current first place team, Houston. Tell us a little bit about just why you constructed it the way you did.
Given the time frame, you want to try to do something that is intricate enough, but yet can complete it, you know, on time. We just kind of put 2 and 2 together, said, well, let's build a plate steel pit.
Really like the detail of making the legs come out on the bottom, and I also like that you went and put this bar rather than just having it sit on 4 little legs. You kind of buff off a lot of your welds. I mean, being says this is a welding contest, but no, it's great, and I think it's great.
It's efficient, it's small, it's convenient, it's light. You didn't have any expanded metal, I guess. The supply closet ran out over there? Or?
Well, that's going to be part number 4 there. Y'all may end up with a smaller grill, but so we're kind of low on expanded metal.
I like how you got this top ring aligned real well. I thought grinding these welds smooth actually worked really well. One aspect I might have liked to see is welding where the legs meet the body, welding those all the way around, because that was a nice place where you could show your skill. But overall, I think it's a very nice design. Good work.
Great job again, Houston, and we'll see if it keeps you in the #1 spot, continuing on into round number 4. Good job.